and looking at, admiring my lovely circle around the top and the edge and thinking, how beautiful is that going to be all finished off and grouted? There was this one little tile that was quite a bit higgledy-piggledy. I just put a marker there so we could see it, and you can see how I really botched this one up. Let's see if you can see how wiggly it is. See, it's just not straight at all. So I need to remove them and re-stick. And for that, you just need one of these amazing little tools. So they've got a little curve on them. You could potentially use a screwdriver, but I got this with my lovely skew pick set. Unfortunately, it costs a lot to bring them out from the US, and my pick is broken, so I'm terribly upset about that. So all I need to do, and always be careful you don't crack the test underneath, so you may want to come in from the inside to lift it. So you just stick that underneath like a lever and off it pops. It's a great little tool. And then all you need to do then is scrape off any of the silicone or the glue or whatever adhesive you're using, and then you might be able to get it off the back of this one, but I would just recut another tile and stick that on, because everything takes time. I could potentially scrape that off, but I'm really not going to be bothered with this one. And then I can have my perfect circle. And it might be that I need to take this one off as well. And I'm thinking I absolutely need to do that. Otherwise it's not going to be a proper circle and it'll have flat edges. And my son, the stonemason, will give me a hard time about it. I'm finding it difficult because I have to stretch away from myself to lift this. So underneath and off. There we go. The joys of weak wrists. So there, a quick little repair as I go. Best to do it now. Making progress today on this pot, and you can see I've cut out a gazillion, what feels like a gazillion petals. So I'm just going to show you the last bit of the gluing. So I've made some stamens here, which are basically the same thing when we looked at how to make antenna for butterflies, and just made them a bit smaller and enough room in there to put these. So in terms of gluing that, I've already glued this flower on. It's quite happy. Just squish a little bit of glue down that channel there, very easy, and a little bit around the top there for the top of the stamen, and then just pop it in and we're good to go. Couldn't be easier than that. I did get some on my fingers, so I've got my baby wipe here just to wipe up as I go along. Here I've turned the flower into a motif, which makes gluing super easy, as well as these, it's probably about 3 little petals in a row or 4, because my hands aren't functioning as well as they should be today. So this makes it like incredibly easy, as you can see. Just another little tip and trick for us who have hands that don't always do what we want them to do. Likewise with the black flower. Now you can't quite see me putting all the glue on it, but I'm going to put dobs of glue on every single little petal. I've taken the center out of the flower, which I'll put in once it's dry. That way I don't have any interference with lovely, gorgeous center flower gems that are higher than these vitreous tiles. And I think these sort of come in about 4 mil deep, and the center of the flowers are 6 mil deep. So there is a little bit of difference, and that way I don't have any interference with it at all in the terms of the gluing. So with the glue all on it, I'm using my little baggie as always. Just let the motif go down and pat it in the right spot, and then wait till tomorrow for it to dry, and I'll take that tape off and I'll finish making these cute little stamens, and I'll glue those in. I was a bit short in my estimating how many petals do I need, so I need to cut a few more of this colour, lots more red ones to finish off the pot. I also managed to have a bit of grouting the other day and had a bit of grout left over, so I grouted this part here, and it's looking pretty terrific in the black grout.